Florida port is taking some of the cargo initially meant to go to Baltimore. The bridge collapsed this week stopped other ships from docking at the port. Now, the Port of Baltimore handled nearly 12 tons of cargo last year alone.
Yeah, and now Jacksport is stepping into welcoming cargo ships this weekend. The board of directors says a ship carrying 1,600 cars has been redirected to Jacksonville. Jacksport typically receives anywhere between 500 and 700,000 cars annually. The board chair says additional shipments may come in as needed, with several ports along the East Coast closer to Baltimore. Jacksport doesn't expect to see as much of a local impact. However, it's not the case for the rail system there. CSX says it expects some shipments of coal to be delayed as a result of the bridge collapse. Now, a crane is moving parts of the mangled metal from the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. It comes as the Army Corps of Engineers uses sonar to map the channel. This will allow them to cut through the bridge underwater. CBS reporter Willie James Inman explains the federal response to rebuild.
A crane capable of moving 1,000 tons at one time has arrived at the Port of Baltimore to remove the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, sitting on top of the cargo ship that struck it.
It's at least going to get cut safely into 4 pieces, and then we'll slowly and deliberately take it off the front of that vessel.
But that's just the first step in cleaning up the debris and reopening the Port of Baltimore ship channel.
The steel that you see behind us, it goes all the way to the bottom of this 50-foot channel. So all that steel's got to be safely cut and removed.
The ship and chunks of the collapsed bridge need to be cleared out to help teams find the bodies of 4 construction workers still missing and presumed dead.
They know that right now, unfortunately, they died, but they want to see the bodies. They really want to see the bodies and bring the bodies home.
The Port of Baltimore is an important part of the U.S. economy, and President Biden has vowed to, quote, move heaven and earth to reopen it. In fact, his administration has set aside $60 million to help in cleanup efforts.
The president called me yesterday and we spoke for a few minutes, and he made it clear this was the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers' #1 priority. And I was to call him directly should we need any additional resources.
When the bridge does get rebuilt, Gustavo Torres with the Latino and immigrant organization CASA says it will likely be immigrants like those who died in the collapse who will do much of the work.
The Baltimore and Washington D.C. area, we have 139,000 immigrants doing this kind of job.
Engineers estimate it will take years to build a new bridge.